had a big Saturday planned, and then the weather did not cooperate. It's the first time I've been actually upset with the Nashville severe weather people, which I should never be because they saved my life, literally saved my life during the tornado in 2020, but I was frustrated with how the situation played out at Geodis Park on Saturday. Get to that later. In the meantime, we're talking about the Titan Stadium, the latest developments on the new construction project that both the Titans, the state of Tennessee, and the city of Nashville seem to be in favor of. And we talked about how Burke Nihill, the president and CEO of the Titans, went in front of the Metro Sports Authority Council to kind of lay out the case budgetarily as to why this makes more sense and the conversation that we've been having around this. I think it's interesting that people are gravitating towards it, but reacting more off of, what Mike Florio wrote about the Titans stadium situation, because it's an opinion, as opposed to what Burke Nihill laid out in front of the Metro Sports Authority. 615-737-1045 is how you can interact, or on Zone TV. That's Facebook Live, Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch. Basically, which a lot of people are pointing out, it comes down to the idea that Nashville's going to pony up money so they can be off the hook for maintaining it, or Nashville continues to foot the bill. So they're saying, yeah, you can either pay it through 2039 and keep this hunk of junk up to date, or up to at least code, if not up to date, or you can give us more money and we'll take that off your hands as the Nashville General Fund taxpayer. John is in Nashville up first. Hello, John.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning to you.
I've been here for years. I voted no against the stadium that's there now for the simple fact it's not a dome. I would rather them have I don't mind paying for it. That's no big deal. But they need to have more than just football there. Why not have a retractable roof or put a dome in that can be used for more than one thing?
Well, that's what the state has told them. They said they're only getting the $500 million in bonds if they build some form of a roof, retractable dome or otherwise.
That absolutely, because you can't, if you have a big festival there or something and then the rain comes, everything's canceled. But I agree with the money. I don't mind paying the money as long as it can be used for more than just that.
Right, and that's what the Titans ownership group is banking on. Thank you for the call, John. 615-737-1045. Now, here's the biggest point of contention, and this is something that I think a lot of fans, whether you're a Titans fan or, when the Vols play at Nissan Stadium, or if they end up playing in future years at whatever the new venue ends up being called, if it in fact keeps the Nissan Stadium rights, whatever. We don't got to get into stadium naming rights today. But I think that's the biggest contention is, will it diminish the atmosphere? Nissan Stadium is one of the fewer. It's getting smaller, the sample size, because all the new stadiums have, except for what Buffalo is building, which makes that an even dumber proposition. The idea that they're doing even more in public financing and not building a dome in damn Orchard Park, New York, where we're getting off easy traveling to Buffalo in week 2 because of how bad the weather will get there. And if you're building this thing without plans to host Super Bowls or provide a space for as many different events as humanly possible to make your money back on this godforsaken thing, then yeah, it's a blight upon the local economy. That's something that the state of Tennessee, fiscally conservative, is putting their money where their mouth is. They're saying, yeah, you can have $500 million in bonds, but put a roof on it. Make sure that we can use this thing year round. No hindrances by what Mother Nature may bring down on our heads, whether that's CMA Fest, WrestleMania, the Final Four, anything in between. And that's kind of the direction that people are taking. This is the point that I think a lot of people are trying to get across. And it makes the most sense for where we're already heading. It's an inevitability type of thing. Now, right, wrong, or indifferent, okay. But that's something that, certainly the city of Nashville has been committed to, is ingratiating sports into the community of an already entertainment-driven city. Music City for a reason, right? Nothing is ever going to diminish that. But, like, think about the way that people still talk about Phil Bredesen for all the things that his administration, former mayor of Nashville, all the things that his administration was responsible for when they were bringing in the Titans and the Nashville Predators, and all these different things were coming to pass, and they at the forefront of professional sports in the state of Tennessee. Now, John Cooper, and really before that, Megan Barry, they have also shown a similar commitment to keeping that as a part of the fabric of who we are as a city, and in fact, trying to grow that and foster that growth organically. But it just comes down to, it literally comes down to brass tacks. 615-737-1045 is how you can react to any of this, and we'll keep you updated with the latest. I haven't seen much additionally from Nate Rao, which is who's kind of been the guiding light on this. Now, I haven't texted Nate or DM'd Nate in a while to kind of check in on what he's most curious about coming out of that Metro Sports Authority meeting. I probably should have done that before the show started today.